Hey, what's happening? It's Bill Smith. This is a part two. I couldn't squeeze it all in. I wish I would have done just a dedicated video without showing you the headlines in that last video because there's more to talk about. So while I was making that video, okay, Q posted a bunch of new posts. Now I hate doing this, but I got to do it because it's the last one. I'm just going to go ahead and cover this. Okay, it's a Wall Street Journal article, and it says, "What does Jeff Sessions have to do to get a nice tweet from Trump?" On Thursday, the Attorney General released a letter informing Congress that he'd asked Utah-based Attorney General John Huber to investigate lawmakers' complaints about the Justice Department and the FBI. Turns out, Mr. Huber has been working on this investigation in concert with the Justice Department's Inspector General, that's Horowitz, since November. Way before we knew about this. So this was posted back in April. It was reposted to the Q board. So that's what it says. Okay, now I'm going to get into some interesting stuff. We were talking about that picture that I showed you a second ago. That's the picture. It was a 4chan post. I kind of thought this was fake. I thought there's no way she'd put her face on this thing and then posted to the boards with a threat. So it looks like this picture was designed to get us talking about her, looking in and digging into her past. Now this week we've had James Gunn get fired. I think Patton Oswalt is shown back up. All these people are connected in Hollywood. They're all Jewish. They're all perverts, like bad perverts. I have never liked Sarah Silverman. I don't think she's funny. I think people like Dave Chappelle's funny. Sarah Silverman is a hack. Okay, and what she deals with is shock factor. The same thing that James Gunn was dealing with. The same thing that the guy from Rick and Morty that he was dealing with. Okay, they all rely on shock factor, not comedic talent. But I'm really not sure if that excuses this. I don't think pedophilia is a fun comedic topic. You can talk about race, gay stuff. I mean, people make gay jokes, murder jokes, jokes about AIDS. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can joke about and really press the envelope. I think joking about molesting kids, it's just distasteful. I don't find it, the subject matter for me is too far. So I know that, they'll say, oh, look, we're just trying to shock people. We're trying to be shocking, like Howard Stern. But Howard Stern doesn't shock people with child abuse, right? It's whatever. Okay, so here's a tweet. Patton Oswalt and Sarah Silverman in a skit as pedophiles kidnapping children in vans. That was on Comedy Central. Comedy Central is the same group, the same organization that funds Adult Swim. And Adult Swim is the one who funded Rick and Morty. And Rick and Morty has entire shows dedicated towards pedophilia-related topics. You make jokes. Jokes are a good way to introduce subject matter to people, right? It's what they're for. Now, if this is a one-off thing, I'd let it go, but Sarah Silverman has based large chunks of her career on this. And she'll say, look, I used to do this, but now I don't do it anymore. They're really old tweets, right? They're old jokes. Back in a time when we could joke about this kind of stuff and people knew we were joking, all right? But this is from May 20th, 2015. And Sarah Silverman says, this is the best warm-up of all time. Quote, pedophilia is an option if you've got the gumption. A la Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon is the guy I was just telling you about, Rick and Morty. He made a skit, an entire show around what it would be like to rape a baby. And is that funny? No, it's not funny. It's sick. It's perverse. But Sarah Silverman is a perverse person. That's what she likes. I just want to point this out. This is the power of poll. This is the power of the Chan boards. This is the power of the QAnon community. Okay? She was brought up on the board. No one was talking about Sarah Silverman a week ago. Okay? Then on Sunday, we get this post on an anonymous Chan board. It shows up on Neon Revolt. Then it hits the QAnon board. And the very next day, like within hours, here they are defending her on CNN. So look at this. This was posted at 9:59 a.m. Eastern Time, Thursday, July 26th. And this thing popped up on the Chan boards at July 26th. What is that, 1 p.m. Eastern Time? 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So I think that they knew about this from the Chan boards. CNN posted this. It was updated at that time. And then QAnon bashed her, man. She's getting crushed. She's a pedophile. 100%. I'll show you proof here in a second ago. So they latch onto the tweet from 9 years ago. Here, this is the tweet that they're talking about. You can find some of this at real_Bill_Smith on Twitter. That's my account. I've posted this so people can see it. I'm saying, look, you need to walk away from Sarah Silverman. She all about pedowood. And here's the tweet that they're talking about. This is from 2009. So this is the one they're going to bring up. And it says, hey, this is from Sarah Silverman with the blue checkbox, okay, on Twitter. Hey, is it considered molestation if the child makes the first move? Oh, that's an edgy joke, Sarah. Oh, I'm going to need a quick answer on this one. She thinks this is funny, and we're here to tell her, no, it's not. It's not funny, especially in the climate that we're in right now. I mean, can you tell black jokes? Is that a thing that you can tell anymore? I noticed that people don't drop the N-bomb anymore. You can't be white and sing a rap song, okay? You'll lose your job. It's because the climate is different. There are certain things that are off limits. Now, I'm all for comedy, like I said. I like Seinfeld, I like Chappelle, Eddie Murphy. I mean, how can you not like these guys? These guys were filling up, they were some of the biggest celebrities in the world when they were doing their work, and they didn't touch stuff like this. So you don't need to go here to be funny. That's what I'm trying to get. The disguise of, hey, I'm a comedian and these are jokes, that is not enough. Okay, if you are going to joke about molesting kids and baby rape, if you're going to act out a scene where you pull your pants down and you hump a naked baby doll for a laugh, you deserve what you get. Okay, you deserve what you get. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, now look, these are just jokes so far. Everything is a joke, right? Until you see something like this. I do not know if it's the same person, but it very well could be. Now, even in this picture, this kid looks young, and she looks like she is, cheek to cheek. That's a sexual pose with Sarah Silverman. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe it's just a family friend. Maybe she was cuddling him when he was a baby and then decided to, get with him whenever he hit 13. I don't know. I'm taking a guess. All I know is Sarah Silverman is a pervert. She is open about this kind of stuff, and here's a little bit of evidence for you to take a look at. She's a pedo. Look, I want to make this real clear. Dinosaur media is dead, okay? Everything happens on the internet. And if you are going to leave stuff out there on your Twitter account about pedophilia jokes and cheek-to-cheek sexual poses with people that you're holding as a baby, if that is in fact the same person, you better come correct in a way to back this up. So this all happened quick, man. I don't know where Town Hall got this. I think they're probably surfing the boards too. Everybody's on the Chan boards. Everybody. It's where all the best information comes out of. So Town Hall ran this report. It's called Disney Voice Actress. She works for Disney. Sarah Silverman, okay, and James Gunn are both open about pedophilia jokes, and they both work for Disney. So it says that she also joked about molesting children. This was posted yesterday. Here's the tweets. I covered a couple of these already. I just want to get this in here. So this is what happens, man. A place like townhall.com posted something that was circulating on the internet, backed up by this person's, Sarah Silverman, her personal thoughts about how she thinks pedophilia is funny. And then the very next day, CNN has to run cover for her. I mean, can you imagine that? Could you imagine you just being a person in the world and then one outlet write something negative about something that you've done with evidence, about everything that you've said, your actual worldviews. They write something that you actually did, and then CNN writes an article to defend you. And who is Sarah Silverman? It's not like she's not a Democratic senator. She is a nobody. Sarah Silverman is a nobody. Okay, but she's tied into like Jimmy Kimmel. She's got deep ties, man. And the fact that she's joking about pedophilia stuff, it's going to worry a lot of people, especially when you see pictures. And she doesn't backtrack it. She doesn't say, no, I didn't do this. She said, yeah, I did it. Of course. CNN had to defend her. This makes me think that Sarah Silverman has something to hide, that she's involved. See, look, okay, that's okay, doll. Comedy is subjective. I thought it was funny, dumb tweet 8 years ago when I posted it. Except for I showed you already that as of 2015, she's still posting the same content. They bring up Dan Harmon. And then CNN, sticks up for Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon pulled his pants down and humped a baby doll. There was nothing funny about it. There wasn't a joke set up. Okay, go watch it on my channel if you want to see it. There's no joke to it. It's not a joke. Right? Dan Harmon was trying to introduce hardcore, the most hardcore pedophilic based material to some sort of channel on TV that would serve it up to you at home. That's what Dan Harmon was doing. And now we got a problem on our hands because he's not the only one who's been up to this. Sarah Silverman is involved in pedo jokes and pedo-related activities in real life. Now, I want to make this real clear, just so you know. Sarah Silverman is not a white Christian. She does not have white Christian values. So if you're not into pedophilia, okay, or you don't find that subject matter to be joke-friendly, right? You need to look no other place than Jewish interests in Hollywood, Jewish interests in comedians. They're all part of the same group, okay? So here's a post just to call this out. It says just a little reminder to her. It was a great tweet by Sarah Silverman. Sarah gets it. It's simple. LGBT folks should have every right to serve in the military, just as Jews should have every right to join LGBTQ marches. So this person is saying that Jews should be a protected minority class. By the way, they ran the entire Federal Reserve. They run Hollywood. And she says, see, the Star of David reps all Jews. To ban it is like banning the American flag because you hate Trump. It's misplaced. Okay, moving on. Look, this is how widespread this problem is. You don't know. I know you don't know. Even if you're part of the conversation, you don't know. The green boxes, okay, on this graph represent white people. The blue boxes represent non-white people, and the red boxes represent Jewish people. Now, the boxes are called, these are the people who run mainstream media. You got the president, CEO, founder, owner, vice president, and chairman. And you got places like Universal Studios, 20th Century Fox. Now, what I found interesting is Fox News, pretty much Robert Ailes and Rupert Murdoch across the board, okay? They're white. So that's why Fox News is the way Fox News is. Everything else is Jewish controlled. All of it. It includes everything. Disney, Marvel, Yahoo, Hulu, Cosmopolitan, Touchstone, Miramax Films, HBO, Pixar, The New York Post, LucasArts, Comcast, NBC, Comedy Central, Washington Post, CNN. That's what you're up against. These are the people who control your mind. So when Sarah Silverman, a Jewish comedian, tells you that pedophilia is fun to joke about, understand where it's coming from. Now, don't forget, per Sarah Silverman, Jesus was gay. Jesus was a gender-fluid transsexual. And she hopes that Jews did kill Jesus Christ. And from her mouth, she'd do it again. I hope you found this enlightening. Isn't Sarah Silverman such a wonderful person? Until next time, this is Bill Smith. Thanks for watching.